Welcome to DraftKings Nation. I'm Collin Sherwin alongside Seth Varnadore. Seth, this is the second one of these videos that we've done. The first one, we said that people should take Navy over BYU because we really thought the triple option would be advantage. This Navy, they were either giving or getting 1.5 points depending on when and where you got it. And they only lost by 52. So I thought we did a pretty good job there of setting money on fire. So we're going to try and do this once again, but this time we're going to have a team that's actually played a game in the UAB Blazers as they take on the Miami Hurricanes on Thursday night. And of course, Miami brings in a Heisman candidate in Derek King from Houston, who will be one of the favorites for the award as the season begins. So first of all, Seth, let's take a look at both rosters and how they match up for the upcoming game.
All right, so when you look here, you can see the returners. Comparatively, UAB has a lot returning on both sides of the ball. Overall, 8th in the country. Miami does not have a lot returning, but they had gotten transfers in, impact transfers on both sides of the ball that came in. But I think the real kind of key thing for this game is you look down at the team talent composite from last season. Miami was 18th and UAB was 94. And then you're going to add in the recruiting class from this past year, in which Miami came in 13th, UAB came in 103rd. So there's definitely a huge talent discrepancy between the two teams. Here we'll go flip over and watch the film. One reason people are really high on Miami this year is their new offensive coordinator Rhett Lashlee is coming over from SMU, where he took a transfer quarterback and put together one of the best offenses in the country. One thing he's a little bit different than some other spread, and he does a little air raid stuff, is he'll get in some power run stuff with 2 tight ends. Miami's got a load of tight ends and some really good young backs. So I imagine they'll run the ball. They'll show you that, and they'll come back with the exact same formation, play action, take a shot outside. This is something I think that is tailor-made for Miami. Again, play action. Take a shot, get your one-on-one shot, play action, hold the safety, take a shot one-on-one to one of your receivers. Miami has not been doing that much, and then you mix in stuff like this where there's a little RPO here. We're going to read run. He jumps up for the run, so now I got an easy pass to – that's SMU's tight end. Miami's got one of the top probably 2 or 3 tight ends in the country in Brevin Jordan, who's probably going to be an early round NFL pick next season. So they get him the ball in space. He'll be a mismatch for everybody. And then they'll do a little bit quarterback run. And if it works with Shane Buechele, I think it'll work with Derek King. What do you think?
Considering Derek King once converted a 4th and 24 right in front of me that ended up turning the game around on a 2-minute drive in the 4th quarter, he's pretty explosive. I mean, he's just a perfect fit for what Lashlee's going to want to do. The difference will be the accuracy on the deep ball. If he can throw the deep ball and get it outside shoulder and get it to that man coverage and drop it in the bucket, Miami's going to be really, really good this year.
Yeah, and I didn't really pull up much of the Miami defense. I think their reputation kind of precedes them. The turnover chain started. All this turnover stuff started with them. They're the reason Austin Peay's got a top hat and a monocle and a cane on the sideline. So you know that they're going to be gunning for turnovers. They're going to be aggressive. They're going to play man coverage. And I don't think that bodes well for UAB. But we're going to look back at their game against Central Arkansas and see some of the stuff they did well. Here, you got the quarterback sitting in the pocket, making a nice throw in a dig route. But you'll see as you go on, he's getting a lot of time on these throws. They have a good stable of running backs. I think they're all-time leading rusher at school. He's a good downhill runner, makes a nice cut in the zone here. But they've got some other guys. They've got a little smaller guy right here. Number 1, he does a really good job, really nice cut in the open field, takes it in for a touchdown. So they're going to be able to run the ball, I think, a little bit, or at least they're going to try to. They got their tight end involved in the passing game. He's a big, tall guy. They bring him across formations, try to get him picked in man coverage. And then with Miami does have that killer pass rush, and it is so aggressive. You might see them mix in some screen like they do here. So they have kind of all the elements you'd want to, try to – they've got a lot of players back. They do a lot of variety of things on offense. They use motion. But here's what worries me about their offense. First of all, you got they've had to rotate the quarterback in they played a few different guys against Central Arkansas because they weren't having success. That's a little scary. And then he's waiting, holding the ball, and then that becomes a tight window throw against Central Arkansas. Against Miami, that may be an interception, or he may have already been hit, because some of these throws they had success with are taking a long time. And then he also just stares down his receiver and throws a pick. If Johnston is the quarterback, he has thrown, I think he's thrown like 28 touchdowns and 24 interceptions the last couple of seasons. He is a guy that is prone to turning the football over. This is another thing that kind of scares me if you're a UAB fan. You're running a reverse to one of your explosive players. This is against Central Arkansas. I think he gets 8 yards on this reverse. Against Miami,
that's a negative play.
Where's this safety meeting him?
Right.
That's what kind of worries me. And then 3rd and 2 against a defensive line that played on Saturday and has Division I AA. What kind of push do you get? That would worry me if I was a UAB fan going into, because Miami's going to have one of the best defensive lines in the country, even with Rousseau, I believe it is, opting out. They're still going to be really good, especially up the middle. What worries me is this kind of stuff. You're one-on-one with the Central Arkansas receiver. That's an easy win, one-on-one. Here again, another easy win, one-on-one.
That's press coverage too. I mean, It's not like they're.
And I just keep thinking if that's Miami's receiver, is he gone? And then you have some problems in the open field. It looks like not a great tackle here. That could just be the week 1 stuff, but this is Central Arkansas. This isn't a juggernaut. And then here, this doesn't look great in the open field.
Oh boy.
So that just coupled with, I think, the big talent advantage you're going to see. The big talent advantage you're going to see from Miami and the speed advantage, I would think, that tends to make me lean towards Miami. That'd be my thoughts. What do you think, kind of after seeing the film and looking at the rosters a little bit?
Well, I liked it at 13.5 more than I do at 14.5. That's for sure.
Yeah, I agree.
I think the interesting number here is almost the total. Yeah, it was 54. It's been up to 55 already. This could be one where, both teams struggle. I mean, Miami hasn't really played anybody live in so long. Could they get out of sorts? Could that screen game work? Will UA be able to break a few? Yeah. And if they're able to do so, I think Miami is going to be able to score itself. If UAB can break a couple, can we see an over here that seems like a pretty sharp number? I lean a little bit more towards over because I think you're going to see defensive mistakes and also Miami's ability to turn over the football, turnovers lead to points, short fields, things like that. So I'm leaning a little bit more towards over than the spread. 14.5, the back door is always going to be wide open when you're given the extra, when you're given the hook there. So that's my lean. But anyway, so we will do this probably at least once more this week for the Saturday games as well. But see you Thursday night on ESPN live from Hard Rock Stadium. The Blazers and the Canes. It is a Canes thing. We hopefully do understand, at least against the line. Thanks, y'all.